Hi Virgo, welcome to your monthly reading. This is for April 2019, and reminding you guys it's good for your moon sign, sun sign, rising sign. And remember, these readings are not for you to be taken as it is like 100% this is what happened. Remember, these are general and these are only guidance. And when I said only guidance, is because you need to meditate on the message and take what is working for you. It might not resonate 100%, but meditate on the message and do what you have to do, what actions you need to take to make the energy work in your favor, basically. So let it start with what's happening in the astrological level with the planets this month. This month for you, Virgo, it's all about finance. It's in the 8th house. So the new moon in the 8th house is going to happen on April 5th. And your intention has to be in the new transformation that you want in your life, even when it comes to the intensity and the sexual, sensual life of yours too, because that's the 8th house. It has to be with the underseen and that intensity of, that sexual life. I think maybe you need to watch what you go in, what you're heading with that intensity of that area, and also your finances, all the external resources you can get. How can you benefit from your new intention? What's your new intention? Well, I want to transform things in my life. I wanted to make more money. I want to increase my finances, and in the personal level too, in your savings accounts, because we have the full moon in April 19, touching base in your second house of your personal business, your self-worth also. So you might want to see and check on your new talents, what talents you can work on to make more money. By the way, on April 10th too, Jupiter is going to be retrograde in your 4th house. So you might be considering if you want to increase your family, having babies or not, or changing your environment and home. And another thing is Mercury and Venus is touching base in both of your houses of the 7th and 8th. Mercury is going to be direct now, is direct now on April. So those houses are very important because they have to be with your personal business, your resources, external resources, and your love and your marriage life. So things are going to be changing in here in these two aspects. And I think you want to make changes in terms to the way you communicate or how you learn or what you learned recently in your 7th house. Like what happened recently, because recently you dragging all this energy of the 7th and 8th house towards this month, because the last month you were already in the 7th house, and and it's just kind of dragging that energy, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. It was being between the 7th and 8th house. You kind of dragging that energy a bit. Still, you're going to be thinking about things, and it's going to be very important for you to use what you learned from last month and apply the positive things that you can do in this month when it comes to your marriage life, your love life, and your finances. Okay, so let's look at the first card, which is the 8 of Air, and this is the foundation, and everything is happening because of this. And the 8 of Air has to be with, let's look at your cards. Yes, I have my other channel in Spanish called CC Spiritual Guidance. If you speak Spanish, I welcome you to my other channel, CC Spiritual Guidance. The 8 of Air. The 8 of Air means you are feeling trapped mentally. I think, my Virgos, you are kind of like closed-minded this month a bit, or starting the month with this, because in the recent past I think you feel isolated, you feel depressed, and you're looking at all the negative things in love. Remember, this is for everyone, not only for couples. This is for everyone. Couples, not couples, married, not married, singles, alone, lonelies, whatever. And I give an extra for the ones that are lonely, but this is for everyone. So this energy is a general energy. So for some of you, you've been looking at the spilled milk, like, okay, all the negative. When you still have 2 cups standing there, you can be looking at the positive thing, but you're not. And this is the reason why the focus of the month is going to be the defensive mode. Nine of Fire. And look at this. You're going for the being defensive too, being very exhausted at the end of the month. You're going from a 9 and 10th. And obviously, look at this Fire. And then you have 7 of Fire. And the 7 of Wands, it's all about defending your point of views and your beliefs this month. And especially when it comes to your relationship, right? Because this is a love reading right now at this point. And it's understandable that you been hurt, or maybe you are basically stuck in the past mentally, you know, like you just there. And in a certain way, I think that it's blocking you from actually moving on, because the Three of Water means, well, this is the blockage card. And I think you need to go out. I think you need to mingle a little bit. Just go out and meet people, because this month I think that is blocking you. And not going out and just being yourself a bit. You're not like really in the normal Virgo stage, you know, like when you guys get hurt and whatever, like you always get very introverted and it goes into yourself. I don't see you like that, but I do see you putting in the side the fun. And I think you actually don't need to do that this month. I do see you very defensive the entire month. Like you're like, okay, you hurt me, and it's not that you're waiting for that person to come back, but if that person come back, you're gonna be like, okay, you're gonna hear what I have to say, and you're gonna give them all the details of everything they did wrong to you, like one by one. Because with you, it's like that, Virgo. You're so perfectionist, and you always remember perfectly all the mistakes that people do. Even you do the same thing to yourself. Oh my God, what did I do wrong? Oh my God, this. All the process, like step by step. It's like you remember everything. And that's the only thing that you guys can push yourself to this stage too. Because you start thinking that, oh, I did wrong this and I did wrong. And why are you feeling this way? Why are you feeling so depressed and isolated, basically, or so negative? Is because someone left you hanging there. Someone left you. This is the full air. Like I see separation. Could be some of you separated, got divorced, or whatever it is, and you guys are like in a time of, you know, of trying to put that wall, maybe try to protect your heart. I see you this month. But then at the end of the month, I do see you being exhausted. The good thing about this card is that this is the end. It's like the last drop that fell off the glass. And it's like, that's it. And then everything started over again. So I think that you're going to enter the new month searching for something new and the new chapter of your life. But for now, I think you need to really consider to go out a little bit more and free your mind, or you know, from negative thoughts, because that's kind of like affecting you and putting you a little bit defensive, and it's going to get you a little bit more exhausted at the end, especially if you're dealing with someone who is an you know, an air sign. I think the person probably is just, you know, having trouble deciding if this person wants to be with you or not. If you're dealing with someone who is a water sign, you know, he probably just left you, and you know, it was very unsensitive with you a bit. Even that water signs can be sensitive. I think a water sign probably has been a little bit unsensitive with you, I have to say. And if it was a fire sign, someone that you probably was a little bit stubborn with you, and you had been having trouble to deal with that energy, Virgo. So anyway, so let's go with for my singles, completely singles. This is going to be quite interesting, because when I saw this card, I was like, wow. I was like, wow, what happened here? And yes, I can see that depression in here. You see, Five of Waters, look what it come out. And there are two things you can do. Not two things, I'll say one thing, which is the most important thing, is get that change or transformation of the thoughts that you have in your mind about love in a way. Like you need to get out of that stage of being depressed. Like whatever's in your mind that you're trapped, and you know, whatever you think and it keeps you trapped or is making you trapped, that's what is kind of affecting you and affecting your opportunities in love this month. You have the chance to have a long-term relationship with someone that could bring you, that someone that could be someone new, you know, something new or new developments can happen in a relationship. But look what is in the middle between that. You see what I'm seeing? New developments, new message in terms to love life that can bring you the ring or something very stable, a long-term relationship. But what's standing in between is this. And at the end, this opportunity is here. So it's on your mind. You know, you have the chance to change your fate. Okay? And make this happen. You know, make this happen. So go out, get out of that stage. Maybe you're being too defensive too. Just, I don't know exactly your situation. Just remember this is general, but meditate on this thoughts here. Now, when it comes to work, Mars is going to be the entire month on your 10th house of career. So I have to mention this because look at this. You have to be very, 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 very careful when it comes to what you're writing to people, emailing and whatever. If you're doing some publications, emailing is great for this month to do everything you want, to increase your money matters, to, you know, increase things when it comes to your personal business. However, just make sure that your projects or the projects you picked are to be deal with yourself only instead of dealing with other people, because you might have trouble dealing with other people this month because, you know, you're very much in the action mode when it comes to work. And if you have some discussions in the past, you know, they've been affecting a little bit your work, it might happen again. That's why you have the whip again, cloud. Look, maybe you have issues at work too. They're making you depressed or sad, but it's affecting you mentally too. To work as whatever discussions is affecting you too at work. Mentally, maybe part of your relationship can be influencing too. But I see it more like it's just discussion, misunderstandings. So for this month, be careful because it could affect new things at work, new communication at work, because it's in Gemini. Mars is in Gemini the entire month, and Gemini pretty much is communication. So whatever you want to do as work matters, like how you act into developing new jobs and new ideas, is going to be good at. But in terms of communication, you have to be careful how you communicate and how you email people. And because Mars is going to put you in a stage when Mars wants things to be done in their way. It just is more like is competitive and wants to win. So at this point, I would say take projects where you are your own boss. Okay, that's the best advice I can give you because it might affect you at work and your stability in it, and feel like unbalanced, not only in love and defensive, but too a little bit defensive when it comes to work. So your message in general is the King of Earth, and it's saying, you know what, be practical this month. Be practical, Virgo. Go out, have fun, enjoy, and feel successful because you are. Look at your self-worth. You are valuable. Look at the opportunities that are being offered right in front of you. Accept it. Accept the opportunity. But also, I think you need to accept help from others this month. Why I'm saying this? Because the 10 of fire means that. Meaning you're being exhausted. You're going to be burned out a little bit. And if you need help from others, accept it. And I think you're going to be realizing at the end of the month that you're probably going to need others. I would not say in the work life, but because of Mars also putting you in a situation, you're going to be very energetic and working and working and working and working a lot. And mentally, you're going to feel a bit exhausted too. So that passion and fire for things at work and love, and it's kind of like clashing. It's making you a bit exhausted at the end of the month. They're going to end. A new chapter is going to open. But the only way you're going to be able to handle it is to accept help from others if you need to. I wouldn't say specifically at work. Like I said, just keep your personal work for you. But when it comes to your emotions and stuff, if people wants to help you, you know, accept that help a bit. You might need it. But be practical. That doesn't mean that you don't have to be responsible for things. Be responsible, be generous, be a professional, be assertive in things, and the opportunities are there. Okay, so I hope I help you to see things in a different way, my Virgo. And anyway, if you're new in my channel, welcome. I would suggest that you know, subscribe to my channel. I'm here to help you to grow personally and spiritually, and I love to help people. So please share this video, share this guidance to help other people. Um, that's why I actually opened this channel in English, because I wanted to help more with guidance. Remember, all depends of your actions and what actions you take, and that is going to bring you good things in life. Visit my online store. These are part of my merchandise that I sell. You know, if you want, if you like it, it's part of the collection Karma and Life Lessons. Um, I love it. I wrote it, and for us to read it and, you know, understand it, you know, you don't fall in these lines again, you know. So visit my channel. Thank you very much for all the support, people that has already purchased things in my online store. I've seen it, so thank you very much. Thank you for your support. It helps me to you know, to be more motivated to bring this guidance to you, and it's great. And I kind of fixed my webcam too. It was kind of broken, so kind of fix it. Anyway, so what else can I say? Please comment. Comment is very important. Comment. We're here to help each other. Please make comments to other ones. Be always respectful, nice, and bring positivism to this channel, and just say what you have to say. All the comments are welcome in my channel, okay? And I will respond to you. And please share. So comment, like, subscribe, and share. Much love and much light, big kiss, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.